time they are born, we become obsessed with what our kids are eating. And when it becomes time to transition into solid foods or start baby-led weaning, that transition can be pretty nerve-wracking. I'm not an expert. I have a toddler who I taught to eat solid food and a 6-month-old who I'm about to start on solid food. I'm not a doctor, but I have information that my doctor gives out to parents who are going to start feeding their children solid food, and I'm going to read a portion of that for you guys and then tell you what I did differently. Let me go ahead and read the section about feeding issues. Little actual research has been done on the introduction of solid foods to infants' diets, perhaps because it's such a difficult task to control for all the potential variables. There are many sets of recommendations on how to introduce solids to babies, and virtually all of them are based on custom, culture, and theories rather than hard science. Until now, your baby's dietary needs have been met by breast milk and/or formula. Once your baby reaches 4 to 6 months of age, you can begin adding solid foods. We strongly believe that delaying introduction of solids until closer to 6 months is in your baby's best interest. In addition, before this age, instead of swallowing the food, they push their tongues against the spoon or the food, and most babies stop doing this by 6 months of age. So research has shown us a few things. Babies do best when introduction of solid foods is delayed until close to 6 months of age. 2. Food should never be placed from another person's mouth into your child's mouth. Never pre-chew a child's food. This causes bacteria from your mouth to colonize your baby's mouth. 3. Never give honey or goat's milk to a baby. 4. Except in a few medical circumstances, babies and children shouldn't drink juice or soda or sports drinks. 5. Liquids other than breast milk, formula, or Pedialyte should not be offered until children are big enough to drink them from a cup, except on the advice of your pediatrician, and this includes water. 6. Children who are not introduced to junk foods until after 3 years of age make healthier food choices on their own as teenagers. And then there are things we believe. We believe that solid foods should be introduced gradually, not more than one new food every 3 or 4 days, so that if a reaction develops, we have an easier time figuring out the cause. 2. We believe that it makes sense to start with less sweet, easier to digest foods. And 3. We believe that it makes sense to avoid foods more likely to cause allergic reactions later in life, especially if close family members are known to have allergies. We betrayed the research a little bit in introducing solids. So we definitely pre-chewed things like chicken. Actually, I think chicken is the only thing that we pre-chewed before feeding it to my son. We did like a combination. We would do hemp milk and goat's milk and formula when I was pregnant and my milk dropped. And that was about from 10 months onward. We never fed him juice or soda or anything like that until he was older and he started drinking sparkling water and also Crystal Light. He still rarely gets juice. And we try not to do junk food, but after he turned about 1, we did start doing things like Cheez-Its and goldfish and things like that. For the things that doctors believe to be best, we did introduce things that are like typical allergens from the get-go. Even before he was eating, I exposed him to things like peanut butter and strawberries because there's been a lot of research out about how lack of exposure, it can be a factor in whether or not you get allergies. And there's no allergies in my family or in my husband's family. Eggs, he had scrambled eggs every single day. So I hope this is helpful, or maybe at least comforting if you're doing your own thing when you're, introducing solid foods to your babies. it is natural to transition, and it's like natural for your baby to like have, you know, fits about new food or not want new food or not take new food. The whole text of the feeding issues packet that I have will be up on my blog, theparentingstruggleisreal.com, and they talk about how there are normal reactions to new food and also what to look for in poop and how do you actually spoon feed and little details that I think I'm not going to go into in a video, but you guys, if you are looking for more information on starting solid food, it's there for you at my blog. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.